Welcome to sales module number 1. My name is Gary Singh. Super excited for you guys to be able to listen to this course. This is going to teach you everything that you need and start selling and make tons of money right away. Now, this first particular module is a sales module. Yes, it also happens to be a pre-module into marketing. So it goes hand to hand, but the rest of this course will talk about sales rather than marketing. So let's get started. What sales is to the basic core line is a value exchange for a value, right? You can look up definitions on Google or whatnot. This is my definition, and this is the basic definition. This is what sales are. If you look at a person, which is you, this is you, and you have a product or service that you're either offering or selling, and you pitch it to a client or a customer, and if they like it, they will give you back money in return. The two values are the product or service and the money that's being exchanged. So now, before you can sell anything to anybody, you need to ask yourself some key important questions. How can I help anybody? Why you want to help people? That's a key question you need to be able to answer immediately. If you look at a car, what oil is running that engine? And if you understand that, your car will go very far, very quickly, and it will be reliable. It's the same thing with you. You need to be able to know your big why. Does the product or service that you're offering or selling actually benefit people? And if it doesn't, what can you do or offer or change the deal that can actually benefit people? Guys, your product or service needs to benefit more than the actual value you get back in return. Would people pay for this? You need to answer that, because a lot of the times people will have all these great ideas, smart ideas. You need to realize logically and emotionally, would people pay for this? And the way you answer that, we're going to be talking about it later on in the courses, but there is strategical ways where you can plan it and map it out. You need to know the answer to this question. Lastly, how would people pay for this? If you got a big product that costs $50,000, obviously you don't want to just sell it to people that got $50,000 in the bank, because you will eventually go out of business. You need to figure out strategical methods like financing or a third-party bank. Whatever it is, you need to be able to sell your product or service to many people as you can. But in order to sell a lot and be successful in sales, you need to figure out a person's current state that you're selling to. Now, if you look at this in a particular way, we live in this world. People can call this a world, earth, heaven, maybe the matrix, right? We all live in this world. And it's a massive projection. And I'll tell you why. Every single time that you feel a certain type of way, you're not the only person in the world feeling that way. Actually, I would say most people are feeling that way. There's a lot of people that will say they're once in a billion or just very unique. At the end of the day, everyone feels that they're unique. So when you look at your current situation, right, are you the happiest right now? And the answer most of the time would be no, you're not happy. And the biggest reason why you're not happy is because you have a dream that you want to get to and you're not there yet. What's in the middle that's stopping you is a roadblock. Like, it's empty. You can try to jump over it or whatever you need to do. You're not going to just get there. That roadblock needs to be removed, right? The product or service that you're selling needs to be a solution to that problem. So it needs to act as a bridge between the two paths. Now, when you figure out a person's current state and you know what their dream state is and you know the roadblock, you solve their problem with a solution, which is your product or service. Did you sell that person? And the answer most of the time is no. And the reason why is if you pay attention to the media, if you pay attention to your favorite politician, right, that you're voting for, they amplify the fear. They amplify the pain. You need to make sure that you let your person that you're selling to know that their situation is far worse than they think, not because of what they're currently living, but if they don't take action, what can happen. That's the trick. What can happen. And you can't guarantee stuff because people will call you on your bullshit. You got to say what can happen. There's a chance People don't like uncertainty. They like to be certain. So when there's uncertainty involving, they're going to start feeling very weird. And I want you to notice it in yourself when you have noticed sometimes when you're uncertain about something and how you feel. And see what the decisions you make because of those. Now, once you amplify the fear and the pain, your product or service is literally a vehicle that would drive across the board and lead them to their dream state. Last thing I want to say is this. Guys, even Elon Musk is in a very cloudy, rainy current state. Because he rather live in Mars. And when he gets to Mars, that will be his new current state. It is a cycle that will keep happening again and again and again. So you can always sell to anybody again and again and again and again. That's why follow-ups are very important, because maybe at a certain point they weren't ready to make that decision. You got to be able to understand all of this and be a professional when it comes to helping people better their lives. We'll see you on the next module.